Formula One is constantly improving. Be it in technical innovation, safety standards, or even just organizational structuring, they're always a step ahead of the rest. Formula One aims to make the 2023 season better than any other with some new rules that they have introduced. So hello and welcome to Fervent Motorsports. Today we're going to talk about the latest key regulatory changes in Formula One. These changes have been made based on the observations last year. Formula One is trying to make the sport more competitive and bunch the field together. They believe that if they achieve this, Formula One will pull in more viewers and this will lead to more profits. So let's get to the first change number 1, wet weather racing. The first change is in the rain. These are the changes made especially based on the Japanese Grand Prix last year. At that race, cars threw up a ton of water behind them after heavy showers. This led to the driver's visibility getting limited to dangerous distances. The race was red flagged because of this very reason. The tyres along with the aerodynamics of a modern Formula One car caused this issue, and Formula One is aiming to change that. They've worked with their tyre sponsor Pirelli to come up with a brand new wet tyre. This tyre will be able to deal with the heavier loads of water on track. However, this will only be available by the 6th round of racing, that is at the Italian Grand Prix. Formula One cars are aerodynamic monsters. While this allows them to speed in dry conditions, this makes them giant fountains in the rain. Take a look at this clip. Even with the flashing lights, it's almost impossible to see what's ahead. This is the main reason that Formula One cars can't drive when it's wet, apart from tires. So in a bid to help them make racing in the rain possible, Formula One is planning on introducing wheel arches. They look something like this, and the concept is similar to a mud flap that you'd find on trucks. Now this system will hopefully be implemented by the second or third half of the season. The second category of change is new DRS zones. DRS is a smart mechanical system by which Formula One cars can gain around 20 to 30 kilometers in a straight line. It can be activated when behind another car, and it's ideal for overtaking in tricky situations. But drivers can't just use it anywhere on the track. They have certain zones on the track that they can use it, and they have to be within a certain distance behind another car. Last year at the Australian Grand Prix, we were promised 4 DRS zones, but one was cancelled after fearing crashes during the race. However, the need for speed is back, and so is the 4th DRS zone. This is certainly going to make for some fast and furious racing down under in Australia. And the last category of changes we get to is technicalities. The first one, there will be a winter shutdown along with a summer shutdown. This means that teams and personals can finally go home and enjoy a long holiday instead of breaking their heads on making a fast car faster. The second part of this is, after a lot of criticism of the sprint races, the FIA has finally decided to spice things up. Teams would be scared of going all out in sprint races because they weren't allowed to make changes after the sprint race and before the main race. And the FIA is changing that. According to the new regulation, the Commission approved a revised parc fermé request acceptance policy, in which sprint weekend parc fermé allows a greater scope to change components that are prone to getting damaged. And the last one is the budget. As global inflation rises, so does the cost of operating a Formula One team. Formula One travels all over the world, and the governing body has taken that into account. The adjustment for the teams beyond race 21 has risen from $1.2 million to $1.8 million per race. This amounts to about 14.91 crore rupees per Formula One race. So there you have it. Let us know what you think about these rule changes in the comments below and which one will have the most impact. And stay tuned to Fervent Motorsports as we get you the best of motorsport news.